welcome back to Not For Broadcast.
We're only getting started.
In the last episode, we got the letter from Advance.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines
Hold
tonight.
on, what did we do?
Daddy, it's starting!
Editor, do a flashback. Do edit of what actually happened in that video because I do not remember. Or junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Ho holla pala body all pal na. Our red flags alerts are ringing. Why do you need my passport? And now we're back. So, this time we will be doing another broadcast. I think. The Fallout. Phone is over here. So, I'm sat here trying to manage the very government, but like what it wants me to say and what it doesn't. And he's here at the party. Power on. Oh yeah.
You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
Like this.
Right, let's load up the adverts.
Adverts.
You might want
Right.
to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Oh, I'm tempted. Should we play this? Is this toy safe? Okay, so we have government will like us for that one. The Illuminati. And Rymington's Fist must have toy for your child. It does say is the toy safe?
Do it.
Ah, you know what's great.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. And the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines
This?
always come at the start. It's really
Yeah.
simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer,
Oh.
you can see they now have A and B on them.
Yes.
And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here,
A
or
is
image B on
image
the right
number
bottom screen here.
3, and then B is
It's
4.
really simple.
Okay,
This
so it
little
literally
clock here will
correlates
count
to
down
what
the
is
number of
here,
seconds you
what is
have to
here.
make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can
And if
change
I
your mind
don't?
as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off.
this is kids.
Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says
I think I pressed number
Is
1
this Janet you think
to throw it
dogs
on
have their
number
own
1.
secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody!
Not the best source of consumer advice then.
Maybe when
5,
it explodes,
4,
going in 5,
3,
4,
2,
3.
1.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future may hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archives, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed.
Okay,
She was
is that a
top of her
countdown
class
to
at
when I'm
university
meant to press
and
it?
graduated with the
Or is that a
highest honours,
countdown for I'm meant to
admittedly
press it
being
and then
asked
that's
back to
how
lecture.
long it's gonna be?
The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Okay.
In her first press
Hi.
conference this afternoon,
Yes.
Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehucks.
Mr. Son
Sophia
of Hogs.
promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been
something
raised
tells me
about
I
the
should
product's
probably
safety.
should. Yeah, okay. Okay.
us proud.
They talk about how
Intrepid
the
scientist
safety is
Dr.
kind
David
of
Wong, marine
wonky
biologist
on this
Ingrid
new product.
Swarsborg and Horgan
So I feel like I
have
made
today
the right
set off
choice.
to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered
But I
cave
don't
system
know again.
was previously thought
Wait, no,
unreachable,
I've got the
but thanks to
idea.
a new
Okay, this is
breakthrough
gonna be-
underwater flower technology. The pair hope to
So I messed
successfully
up.
reach the imposing central cavern
3, 2,
and the undiscovered
1.
plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers
You know,
their
I
team
haven't
might
pressed
face,
B,
the pair
like,
stated,
at all.
"We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have."
Stop trying
Playing
to
the
get
field,
downstairs at the
rumours
start.
abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program.
I messed up. I'm gonna retry. Messed up. If at first you don't overachieve. Oh, god damn it. Oh no. Wait, do I have to do the entire
Any
thing?
decision.
Can I turn the phone off?
My friend Janet.
Oh wait, I can press
The pair
number
staple
3.
challenges leaving
Messed up this
Bush.
time.
With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers
Yeah, we're
passing
a
to the
corrupt
police
one.
and less oversight, are we using
But
an
then,
advanced
if I was
sledgehammer
to
to crack a nut?
show everything,
All that and Megan Wolf, a
That
group of
can
young
be
actors
on
who are already
air.
experiencing the positive side of the new assets and
probably
wealth act
mess us up.
firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds.
what? Huh? Oh wait. I forgot the controls. I don't know what I'm doing. Please don't tell me this is the start again. Please not again. Oh my god.
Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And Griever's bodily charm. With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. Oversight. Are we using an advanced shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and Megan Wolf, a group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
It is left alt. Ah, done. Okay.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book, Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs.
Jeez,
It's all
I
in my
am
book.
way too
Alan
quick.
James is
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie,
Yep.
how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this
Okay.
new approach?
I think they're watching carefully.
Okay.
Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I...
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking
So they're
millions
saying
of deaths. We're talking
Advance
high-tech
are
weapons that can
wrong?
level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell
Jesus.
books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to
The other
poverty.
10%.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after
in
spending
the
half
water,
of our
guys.
GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The
But then again,
catastrophe is that they're
Americans
succeeding.
tried banning
They've got us sat here
dihydrogen
talking about their
monoxide.
puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave
mental,
new
that.
world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too,
I'm
Jeremy.
sorry.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in
sorry.
my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
I'm messing up. I'm messing up big
Well, I don't know
time.
what she meant by that.
All right, mate. Christ, I'm absolutely fucking flying, I tell you. How's it going?
It's glad
actually?
you're
Fuck
having
you,
a
I don't care,
good
I hate the
time,
fucking
I'm
music.
not.
Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate. See you later. Bye.
Then why did you tune in for?
I'm just saying I'll do what I
God's
can,
sake.
that's all.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said I put a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. His little Jakey's
Nice.
going to the big bird
10
caught you with water.
seconds.
If that sticks,
Bring in
I'll destroy
five.
you.
So I
Four,
actually didn't have any.
3.
Two.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already
Pardon?
tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal
Give me a sec. How do I move it up?
justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line.
Oh no.
Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are
It would be
massively
much better
understaffed
to
in
have
this
them
country.
split screen.
We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand,
hello.
Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
What?
Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a
like-
burdened legal sector there.
I feel like I'm
Gregory
not
Judge,
supposed to be
thank you for
showing
joining
this.
us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a
I
very
really
different
don't
perspective
feel like
on
I
our
should have been
nation's
showing
crime.
it like
Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
70% of that.
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy,
Fundamentally
but I think it all comes down to
wrong.
moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar
wait,
noted
I
in
can
Sunday's
use the
sermon,
scroll wheel,
we
can't
probably
I?
shouldn't have banned hanging.
Oh, I'm so
And to what
wrong.
do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh,
I'm
bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia?
What?
Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral
yes.
decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose
Back
responsibility
in-
is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said get in your
Clive,
gimp
I am
space,
not having this
didn't she?
again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive! You
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight,
Well,
hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter.
am I allowed to
Tony
upload this to
Dawson
YouTube?
has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swan. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle
I
against
guess I'm just gonna be a bunch
institutionalisation,
of
as you can
censoring.
imagine. And obviously, Titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris,
Oi, oi!
Little Chris,
Oi, oi!
and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with
What?
the current system, Jez.
I
Just don't sit up
censored
for
it.
it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this time?
Open! You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy-O. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
For the little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away.
YouTube, I have nothing to do with this.
After these messages.
1 minute back, everybody. That went well.
Yes.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
Looks right, I've got this. I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
But where do I see the music?
10
like,
seconds, everybody.
where do I see that I'm
Gonna open on
in with the
Megan.
music?
Camera 2. Going in 5.
Camera 2.
4.
Okay.
3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be
Welcome's
chatting with one of the
Black.
first beneficiaries of the Assets
Not-
and Wealth Act, a team
Not
of
Welcome's
inspiring young
Back,
people from
Welcome's
Scritchford
Black.
Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful
Jesus.
thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
and teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at
Is this
home, or
created
like
for me to
maybe
choose
she's
the
you,
characters?
Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grants?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and
Damn,
brought it
I'm
to
being
me.
really quiet
How
just
did you
because
react?
I'm
I also threw it in
thinking
the bin.
about this way too
But
much.
then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But We did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this old democracy thing.
What?
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
I can't
Fucking brilliant!
pick any of the
Let's have a
image.
look at a short section.
Oh
of Hey,
no,
Friendship.
Nelly.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist.
He finally got his
These
he
are
finally
my
got
two
his
new
fist
friends.
out.
Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum if for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
I'm really focusing just because this I don't get the music beat that's used. This probably looks much better in post.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So start now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
No, I didn't finish on. Okay, that was not too good.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was so annoying. That was too much fun. No, never again.
That was
Commentary is
I believe
dead.
I've got a 14-inch cock.
My
That doesn't make it
audacity
so.
file is
I have a single
flat.
belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Jesus Christ. Broadcast complete, telephone unlocked. Oh, I got an A+ at the end. All offensive words were censored. No, they weren't. Interference-free show. At first it wasn't. Sorry, the first two attempts weren't. And exceedingly poor edit. Yeah. You played one other. Yeah. I'm sorry. Current wealth. Great, my wealth hasn't gone up. Illuminati.